One of my favorite verses from the Upanishads goes something like, make friends with the happy, help those who are genuinely trying to help themselves, and be indifferent to evil. Hey, I'm Leslie Huddart. I'm a spiritual guide and natural health expert. And in this episode, we're talking about how to tell if your friends are Dharma friends. So what is a Dharma friend? Well, this is sort of a made-up term. Dharma is a term that shows up in Eastern spiritual traditions like Hinduism and Buddhism that sort of means this eternal way, truth, reality of things. So if you're studying the Dharma, it means that you're sort of doing that which is yours to do, sort of seeking truth in that way. So a Dharma friend is kind of like a spiritual seeker buddy type of a friend. One of the problems that happens when we really start to engage in a more personal growth, spiritual growth oriented time in life, some people call this spiritual awakening, whatever you call it, when that starts to change in your life, people will notice that there's this period of the old people that you used to kind of hang out with and used to fit in with don't quite fit anymore. This is one of the known challenges on the spiritual growth path. So what's important is to start to cultivate these kind of Dharma friends in your life, no matter what your spiritual or religious tradition is. Many and most traditions advise to surround yourself with people who are also doing similar work because it's challenging to be on a personal spiritual growth path in the physical world. And this idea of having spiritually oriented friends and community is not particular to one specific religion. Christianity calls it fellowship. Buddhism calls it your sangha, your group of people that really lift you up and walk along with you. So here's 3 signs that you can use to start to find and evaluate, is this friend a Dharma friend? Number 1, is this person free from personal conduct issues that violate my values? This is a big one to evaluate. If you are in even a kind of superficial relationship with someone in a friend acquaintance type way, and they have personal behaviors that grossly violate what you feel is your sense of just general goodness, morality, or conduct in a significant way, not only is that not a Dharma friend, but it's also not someone that you want in your life. We'll do other videos on toxic people and what to do about them, but that's a big red flag that this person is not a Dharma friend. In order to be someone that's supporting you in that part of life, I'm not saying they have to be perfect or a saint, but they need to be free from general conduct issues that really would make you question their values and morals. Number 2, they prioritize personal and spiritual growth. This doesn't mean that they have to be of the same spiritual tradition from you, but you notice that in their life, they prioritize with their time, their focus, their finances, their life schedule is giving some priority, balancing with their other life priorities like family and spouses, that they actually value their interpersonal growth. Lots of people go to a yoga class, not so many people carve time out to go on a silent retreat for a week at a time. They don't have to do any one thing in particular, but you want to surround yourself with people who are as committed, if not more committed, to prioritizing their personal spiritual growth path. This will support you. It will give you models of how to do things more in your life and is really a qualification of a Dharma friend. Number 3, and this is key. This is one of my favorite and most valued things about the Dharma people in my life, is that you have an agreement to give reflection and feedback. Now, this is something that I've been really fortunate to cultivate over many years. I have Dharmic friends. I have an accountability partner that I work with on things like business and personal growth. And she and I have given each other explicit permission to give each other feedback when we notice the other person maybe getting a little bit out of line, having a blind spot, or acting out a pattern that we know is not healthy for them. And I actually, and I recommend that you do, have this conversation with friends specifically to say to them, hey, I just want you to know that I give you my explicit permission to give me feedback. If you ever see me doing something that you feel is acting out of pattern, is being kind of unconscious, is doing something that's self-sabotaging or doesn't serve me, right now, I give you explicit permission. Please tell me those things. I want to know. And then when they do bring those things up, your response is to listen, to be open, and to thank them, and to really use that as fuel for your personal and spiritual growth. So I hope those things have been helpful. I'm wishing you a beautiful community of focused, supportive people that support you in your personal and spiritual growth path. Was this video helpful to you? If so, I'd love it if you'd give it a thumbs up and a subscribe. That really helps me get the message out. I can't do this alone. And if you'd like to continue the conversation and even submit a question for me to answer via video that only happens in our private Facebook group, you can hop on over to Soul Aligned Health on Facebook, and I'll answer your questions specifically there. You are a soul with a body, and you deserve great things. See you next time.